In this video, we're going to take a look at an application of the money multiplier. And so let's think about a scenario. While doing laundry, you find a $50 bill in your pocket. You deposit the bill in your checking account. Now, the Fed's requirement is 20% of deposit. So this is the reserve requirement of the Federal Reserve. The question asks you, what is the maximum amount by which the money supply could increase? And second, what is the minimum amount that the money supply could increase by? And so to begin this question, we want to go back to our understanding of the money multiplier. And this is a good time to pause the video and attempt the question on your own. Now, for part A, in which you're asked, what is the maximum? What is the maximum amount that the money supply could increase? We will write down what's given to us. So you have made a $50 deposit after finding that currency, and we also know that the money multiplier is equal to 1 over R, and we are given what R is. R is 20% of reserves. So in other words, we can say money multiplier equals 1 over 20%, or 1 over 0.2, which is 5, which is to say that if we start with an initial deposit of 50, the maximum possible creation of money is going to be 5 times what we started with. Right? That's the entire idea of the money multiplier. That based on the reserve ratio, you're going to have a creation of money. So 5 times $50, which is $250. Okay. Now the question is asking you, what is the maximum amount that the money supply could increase by? So earlier, if you think about what was money earlier, money equals C plus D, right? You hadn't deposited that money that you had found initially. You only had $50 in currency. So initially, money was $50, but after you deposited, right, now money equals $250, okay? So the change or the increase or the max increase in money supply would be equal to the difference between the two, which is 250 minus 50, which is equal to $200. So that's the answer to part A. Now, part B asks you, what is the minimum amount that the money supply could increase by? So if your bank makes no loans from your deposit, then currency falls by $50 and deposits increase by $50 and money supply wouldn't change, right? So you could have a T account if you want to think about the bank's T account, you deposited, these are assets and these are liabilities, and here you made a deposit of $50, and the bank holds all of those as reserves and makes no loans. Okay, and in that case, also money supply. So initially we know what money supply was. Initially, money equals currency plus deposits. You had not deposited anything initially, so currency was just $50 that you found while doing laundry. And now, since you've deposited this money, you don't have any currency, but you have $50 in deposits, and the bank is choosing to hold all of those deposits as reserves, and therefore money supply is still $50. So there is really no change, right? Initially it was $50 and now it's $50 as well. So there is no change. So the answer is 0.